So hello guys, I hope you all are doing very well today. I have another article, so something to do with the tech layoffs. I guess by now everyone knows that 2025 was probably the year with the, I don't think, maybe, I think it's like the most tech layoffs. Probably on par with the 2024 and the late 2023, which is when this whole thing started. So we're just gonna go through, and then this article I have for you, it's by TechCrunch. We're just gonna go through and then read about this tech layoff, something that we've had to live with if you are working in the tech industry, inescapable at this point. So a comprehensive list of 2025 tech layoffs. The tech layoff wave is still kicking in 2025. Last year saw more than 150,000 job cuts across 549 companies, according to independent layoffs tracker layoffs.fyi. This site here kind of lists even by like the city, and so very informative, kind of to know what's going on in the tech industry currently. So according to layoffs.fyi. So far this year, more than 22,000 workers have been the victim of reductions across the tech industry, with a staggering 16,008 and 84 cuts taking place in February alone. Just think about that. In February alone. I don't know if this is I guess this is like a worldwide, I think, worldwide, because I see like New Delhi, Minneapolis, US, the non-US, Ottawa, it's in Canada. Okay, we're tracking layoffs in the tech industry in 2025, so you can see the trajectory of the cutbacks and understand the impact on innovation across all types of companies. As businesses continue to embrace AI and automation, this tracker serves as a reminder of the human impact of layoffs and what could be at stake with increased innovation. I don't think so. That's the problem. I don't think that the layoffs that we've seen so far, I don't think that most of them are due to AI. Let me explain. I know like AI companies, like these big companies like Microsoft or like was it no, not Stripe. There was another company that laid off tech staff, mentioning that they didn't need them. What was it? I'm getting lost. Anyway, the point is there's companies who did this in the beginning thinking that AI was going to be able to replace employees, and then they end up actually going back to human employees. Just to say that my point here is, I don't think the innovation in the AI and the large language models at this point is enough to justify how many tech workers have been fired so far. I don't think so. It's too much. 22,000 workers in just 1 month. It's crazy. The workers reduction across the tech industry were staggering. It's a 16,000 from February alone, and then this is like the more than 22. This doesn't mean anything. I think maybe this is in the US alone, because this is like the global, I guess. Anyway, but like what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, that these job cuts are not mainly because of AI. Let me explain. Like back in 2020, during the COVID years, these companies hired a lot of people. Some of them were not like a good fit for the job, but like they were just hiring because hiring was the thing at that point in time, and it looked good on paper, and the companies were doing it. Google, Microsoft, everybody was doing it, even to like small and medium companies that were doing it because venture capital was giving them money and they needed to look good, and looking good in that time was growing an audience, growing a customer base, and then showing that you're actually growing. How do you show that you're growing? You're hiring more staff, more developers, more anything. And then tech was the main thing because, well, everybody was working from home, and then tech jobs, they're like they were like at the boundary, at the on the edge, because they were the first one to work from home. So it made sense that these fields will grow very fast. And when that prosperity period, let's just call it that, when that happened and that ended, these companies needed to shed that staff, and they started with Twitter. Twitter just fired a bunch of people when Elon Musk took over, and when these companies saw that we can just fire people and downsize, and it looks good on our numbers for the shareholders, because companies, everything is about shareholders, especially like a venture capital funded companies. That's what they're all about, not the product, not the consumer. Just as long as the shareholders are happy, everybody's happy. Remember that. So when that happened, it gave them the goal, like an okay, that it was okay to do this. I know I'm repeating myself. So this is just what happened. So after that, we started seeing like a bunch of companies just firing people left and right, especially the big companies that had acquired so many talent during that time. So they were just cutting anybody who wasn't necessary. And also some more, because the more you cut, the better. If I have like a 50,000 employees and I'm able to shed 30,000 employees and still work at the same efficiency, why not? They're gonna do it, right? Makes sense. So I don't think this has anything to do with AI. Plus, I don't think like the current state of AI we have is not enough to replace devs and some other tech workers, like platform engineers or like DevOps engineers. I don't think the AI we have is currently there. Even non-technical members like designers or whatever. You can try and replace designers with AI, but it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing at the end of the day. And I haven't seen it done. Maybe it's being done. I'm pretty sure it's being done somewhere, but like it's not like something that's happening where the designers are obsolete at this point. I don't think so. Below you'll find a comprehensive list of all known tech layoffs that have occurred in 2025. Zoom in a little bit. That have occurred in 2025, which will be updated regularly. If you have a tip on a layoff, contact us here. So they're kind of gathering information. So December saw 300 employees laid off. November, that was terrible. Almost 9,000 employees laid off in November. October, 18,510. September, July, 16, May, I think February was the same. And then we have 2,400 and a half. So all in all, like the year has been a bunch of layoffs just happening left and right. Nobody's safe. That's what I think. Nobody's safe at this point. Let's keep reading. December, so the companies, and they just list the companies. I like this so we know where not to go. Payoneer, 30 employees, similar in Israel, and similar in Israel, and similar number of staff overseas, bringing the total to roughly 6% of the global workforce. This call, I don't know what this company is or what it does, but like 24 employees. Mobileye, Intel, Intel also did the same thing. Like even recently, they did something in November. That's it. The November layoffs from Intel did happen. HP, Apple, and Apple has been also losing some stuff. Like a bunch of Apple employees left recently. employees. What do you call? Employees left. Departures. Okay. Yeah, there was a bunch of it's pretty recent. Leaving behind only 1,600,000. Yeah. Inevitably, reports of key Apple executives leaving have prompted more Apple is doomed headlines that even absurdly claim the iPhone is at risk. I don't think so, not yet, but it's something that could possibly come. Yeah, it's cutting several sales positions, handling accounts ranging from businesses and schools to government agencies as it moves to streamline how it sells devices and services to businesses and schools and governments and agencies government agencies. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're firing. So, but this makes sense. It's like sales. Apple doesn't need to do that selling to begin with, so it makes sense. Apple doesn't have to sell itself at this point. Monarch Tractor, Playtica, Pipe, Synopsys, Deepwatch. Most of these companies I don't even know. The big one, Amazon. After Reuters reported that the company was planning to eliminate up to 30,000 corporate jobs, amounting to roughly 10% of its 3,500,000 employees in their corporate departments. Amazon shared that it would pursue an overall reduction in our corporate workforce of approximately 1,400 roles. Since that news broke, Amazon has laid off 660 employees across multiple New York offices and more to come through the year. This was from October. So the year is ending, we're in December, so probably things happened in between. They're just letting people go quietly. Even Rivian has also been losing their stock valuation. Meta, of course. Can you imagine 4 years ago, if you told somebody that these companies will be laying off people, you would have looked crazy. But now that we see it's been going on, people got used to it. Now it doesn't make headlines anymore because everybody just got used to it. Because what do you have to do? ZipRecruiter, everybody, XAI, Rivian again. Yeah, so every month there's been news of firings just like this. Apple did it, Google did it, Microsoft, TomTom. Anyway, yeah, so I don't want this to become negative, but it's something to keep in mind. Something to keep in mind that these companies essentially, at the end of the day, most of these companies, doesn't matter whether it's small, big, whatever, most of them, especially these big ones, they don't care. No company cares about you as more than that. So you're just an employee at the end of the day. So you can't expect them treating you any different, because if it makes sense for them to fire you, you will get fired, of course. But it's sad to see. Thinking about how much a lot of people will get sold to the prospects of a job in tech, all the advantages and everything, and seeing how it has turned out. So this is not the golden age of developers anymore. What do you think? Are we doomed at the end of the day? Are we gonna get replaced by AI? Have you been laid off, or do you fear being laid off by your current employer, or what is going on? Let me know below in the comments below if you know somebody who's been laid off, or you yourself has been laid off, or you're still looking for a job, or what's going on in how does this make you feel, kind of thing. How does this make you feel? Does it make you fear for your job? Does it make you want to hoard your job? Or how does this make you fel? Do you still see hope in the tech industry? Do you still believe that the jobs are coming back, or is this over? Is this like the car manufacturing back in the was it the 60s, when it was leaving America or leaving the West? Is it the same way that it's happening, or is it the same thing that's happening to tech? Do you think it's gonna get overseas? That we're all gonna get laid off, and eventually the overseas positions are also going to disappear so that AI will do it? Let me know below. Let me know. And that's my 2 cents about it. Have a good day. I hope this video didn't scare you into leaving the tech job market, leaving the tech ecosystem. I hope it only gives you like motivation to work harder, get better at your craft, and also like creating opportunities for yourself. Because at the end of the day, you have to become an entrepreneur. You have to become you have to find a solution to problems. That's what we do. We find solutions. I hope this motivates you, not bring you down. And let me know in the comments below what you think about this subject, and have a good one, and I'll see you next time.